Hello, everybody. I'm Elida Zweidler-McKay, and I'm here with Engaging Leadership, where we're all about helping you become an engaging leader and also engage the leadership in your organization. And that is actually what we're going to be talking about today. So at the turn of the year, I put out a little self-assessment that you could do that would help you look into 9 areas of job satisfaction. And those areas were culled from various research about employee engagement and job satisfaction. And sort of it was an opportunity for you to look at where are things going well for you in your current job and where there might be some areas that aren't quite fitting or aren't quite going the way they want. And so today I want to dig into the first of those areas, which is about having a supportive boss. Now, having a supportive boss, having somebody in your organization who's looking out for your career development feels great. It can make a huge difference in your career. You feel like somebody's got your back. They're looking out for assignments that are good assignments for you. They're giving you some stretch opportunities and some opportunities for visibility. And when all that is happening for you, that is fabulous, and that is what we want. The problem is that for most people, you will at some point in your career, and maybe you're there now, be in a position where you're not getting that kind of support. Now, I'm not talking about, when you're working with somebody who might be actively undermining you. Like, we'll talk about that another time. But the focus today is on when you're working for a boss who is maybe busy with their own stuff or swamped. Everybody's so busy, nobody's really got time to look out for you in your career. Or they just don't know how to do it, or they don't think to do it. That's the kind of situation we're going to look at today. The problem with that is that it can leave you feeling kind of adrift. Like if you're not sure where you should go next or what your next opportunities are or how to get them, that can be problematic. It's also a problem in that if your boss isn't advocating for you, isn't looking out for your career, then it's likely that successes that you've had or projects that you've done well or things that you've accomplished aren't really known outside of maybe you and your boss. And that's a problem because especially in a larger organization, moving up isn't necessarily just going up a straight ladder. It requires taking different kinds of projects and different kinds of assignments. And so in order to get those, you need to have some visibility that goes beyond like just your solid chain of command. So that's the other issue if you've got a boss that's not sort of proactively out there talking about you. And then of course, the biggest problem is that if you don't know kind of what your next assignment should be and you're not getting the visibility, chances are you're going to get kind of stuck. You're going to end up in a place where you're working really hard and you're doing great work, but it's not translating into whatever that next move or next project or next assignment should be. So really being in a place where you don't have a supportive boss or mentor can be a major staller for your career. It's something that if you're not in a place where you've got somebody looking out for you, this is a major issue that you need to address right away. And addressing it requires a strategy that has sort of 3 core components to it, and that's what I want to share with you today. The first component is for you yourself to be solidly clear about the value you're bringing to the organization, what you're accomplishing, what your results are. So for you yourself to have a really good idea of what you bring and how that is contributing to the organization. And if you don't have that, that's a big piece to really pay attention to. And then just as important is having a way of talking about that helps you get visibility for those successes and those wins without coming across as bragging or being political. So really having the language, knowing how to say it, having some strategies for spreading the word without necessarily kind of bragging on yourself. That's really the key, so that you're clear about your successes and you have a way of communicating about them that feels natural and spontaneous and flows, without being kind of awkward. So that's one. Another key component for you is to build a strategy of managing up where, maybe your boss is busy, is a little sidetracked, doesn't quite know how to promote you. So for you to be able to manage up and manage your boss in a way that you're kind of coaching them on how they can help you build your career. Doing that has to be done very thoughtfully. It can't be in a threatening way. It certainly can't be in a patronizing way. But there are ways that you can partner with your boss if your boss is open to that, so that you're really in there with them, with ideas and suggestions and even help to get the word out about you and your performance. So you're not just leaving it to them, but you're really taking an active role in working with them to get that done. You know, providing them with good data that they can use, suggesting opportunities where they can do it, asking them to do it. Again, and doing all that with the right tone is going to be really important. But that's the second piece, is really seeing if you can find a way to get in partnership with your boss so that they are out there promoting you and talking about you, even if that's not what comes naturally for them or it's not top of mind for them. And then the third piece is to really build a strong network of people besides your boss who understand what you're contributing and what your value is and what value you're bringing, so that you're not relying on just one person, but you've really got a whole sort of army of people who can be that you're visible to, who can be talking about your successes, who can be looking out for opportunities for you, who can kind of keep you in the know about different jobs that might come up in other parts of your organization, really building that network. And again, there are lots of ways that you can do that that don't feel cheesy or political or like you're just out for yourself. There are ways you can do that that can flow naturally from the work that you do or from what your expertise is or from what you're good at. It does take some intention to make that happen. But if you set that intention and you figure out who the right people are and then you find ways to get in front of them, that can also be a really important way to build your career, and not just for that next step, like that next job or that next promotion, but also for your lifelong career. Having that network of people that know who you are and what you do and what you're good at can really serve you. And then on the other side of that, you knowing that about them can serve them. So it really becomes a win-win. So these are the kinds of things, these strategies are the kinds of things that I work with my clients on, so that they can get out from behind a boss that's maybe not quite doing it for them right now, and really build the visibility and the credibility and the reputation that's going to get them ahead. If that's something that you feel like you would want some help with, I would be honored to talk with you. We can get on the phone. You can schedule a call at zmcoach.net/call and find a time that works for you. And when you do, we'll get on the phone for about 45 minutes and we'll talk about what's working in your career right now, what's not, where you want to go. And if I can help you get from here to there or do it more effectively, we can definitely explore what that would look like and talk about that. And if I'm not the right fit, I will point you to other coaches and other resources who are. I believe there is a coach out there for everyone, and I know I'm not it for everybody, but if we're a good fit, I'd be delighted to talk with you about that. And if not, I will help you find someone who is. Anyway, that's our thought for today, this Monday, kind of cloudy, dark Monday here in Boston. I hope it's been helpful. I look forward to talking with you again next week. Take care.